Today's podcast is brought to you by a company who we have been using for years and takes up significant shelf space inside of our own kitchen. Biosteel Sports Nutrition.
It was a product created out of necessity 8 years ago and is trusted by athletes like Connor McDavid, Tyler Seguin, Brooke Henderson, Rosie MacLennan, and Andrew Wiggins.
They're really a leader in sports drinks for everyone from professional athletes to everyday champions.
Understand something, guys. Nothing worth ever having in this world comes easy.
Do what these champions doing if you're going to be a champion.
You control your outcome.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
What up, champions, and welcome back to a brand new Biosteel Breakdown. As always, I'm your host, Adrian, with my co-host,
Sylvie.
And we thank you for being here. We thank you for joining us. As always, if you like these, please share them out. Please subscribe. Let your friends know. And so we're breaking down a brand new topic, and I think today's a really popular one, especially for a big city like TO, where it can be expensive. Everything in the city is expensive. And we want to teach you how to ball on a budget, right? So what's today's topic still?
Yeah, so we're going over the basics with sticking to a healthy lifestyle on a budget. And I get the comment all the time, oh, eating healthy is really expensive. You know, how do you make it work when, you know, there's certain fast food places where you can get 7 burgers for $1. So how do you stick to a healthy diet? And we're going to go over the checklist, but how to incorporate these items into your daily diet without breaking the bank. So I'm going to start with protein. We've broken down protein in several different ways, but the biggest thing with protein is a lot of people just think that they need to stick just to, you know, chicken breasts and boneless items. And so what we do often is we buy whole chickens. And then what we also do is we save the bones to make bone broth. So you're getting a ton of benefits out of this, both nutritionally and using all of the chicken. And this is important for things like collagen, which we've broken down before as well. So you're getting so much bang for your buck when you buy the entire chicken.
That's kind of like a grandparent thing, right? Like I can't even imagine my grandparents not using everything. Like every part of it.
Just put everything in the pot.
Exactly.
So eating the whole animal, even organ meats. So organ meats have gotten a bad rep just due to the fact that a lot of people think they're gross, but
they're a different taste.
They're a different taste, but they have a ton of nutritional benefits. There's a book called Deep Nutrition, which goes into this in a lot of detail. But again, eating the whole animal, not just sticking to the muscle, which is typically what we're used to with the flesh of animals. Another way with protein is eating less meat and actually buying more plant-based protein, not meat.
Those
plant-based protein. And so, yeah, a lot of the time, you know, we think we have to have meat with every meal. Again, it's not necessary. You can get protein from plants as well. So I highly encourage you to incorporate some plant-based protein sources like beans, legumes, chickpeas, that type of thing. Buying canned tuna, wild sardines, that type of thing, great to have on hand. Again, this might remind you of being the stinky kid in your lunches with your tuna salad sandwich, but it can go a long way in terms of saving money.
And they're delicious.
Right? Sardines, yeah. Okay, number 2 on the list is healthy fats. So this is one thing that you want to make sure that you always have in bulk. So, you know, whether it's extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, always good to have the giant Costco size.
It is true.
Something you do want to consider is that they can go rancid as well. So you want to keep them in dark places for the most part, relatively cool places as well. Buy nuts and seeds in bulk too. So this is something that we do as well. We have, you know, giant containers of, you know, walnuts and almonds and everything, Brazil nuts on hand so that we can have that. Also nut butters, you can buy those in bulk as well and save a ton of money. Fiber and color. So these kind of go together because one of the best sources of fiber
This is number 3, sorry?
Number 3.
Okay.
One of the best sources of fiber is from vegetables. So buying with vegetables, buying conventional when it comes to, we broke down the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So buying smart when it comes to that. So not trying to buy everything organic, buying local and seasonal can go a long way. So when we're getting all these exotic fruits and vegetables from, you know, Costa Rica and all these amazing places that grow it year round, the issue becomes, well, A, it's not as nutritious because it's not coming from close close to us. And then also it can get pretty pricey due to, importing the vegetables and fruit here. So
we're paying travel costs, right?
Exactly.
Packaging, travel.
Yep. So, obviously buying local and seasonal as much as possible. There's some great resources for this. So, even just buying or eating seasonal can mean like, having a lot of squash and winter veggies, as opposed to, trying to get those seasonal vegetables that you would have in the summer. Growing your own food. So obviously this might not be available for you all year round with living in Canada, but you can do things like sprouting your own beans. My friend is actually, I don't know if they'll be able to eat it, but she's doing an avocado plant, which I have no idea how that's working in our climate.
I don't even know what that looks like.
Yeah, but I'm pumped for her.
But there's a huge trend in urban gardens, right? There has been a rise.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of, you can also do almost like an urban garden share now, where if you live in a busy community and there's not a lot of green space, or you don't have a backyard, which most of us don't, like we have only a balcony, you can go there and tend the garden and work together as a community, and then at the end have the harvest, which is amazing.
Absolutely.
And you get to work with your hands and be a part of something. So
absolutely. And so a great way to incorporate those local and seasonal vegetables that you grow in the summer months can be preserving and fermenting, which is a great way to get probiotics as well. So that also saves you a ton of money. Buying things with fiber. So flax, hemp, chia, buy in bulk, keep them in the fridge. They go a long way because typically you only have a couple tablespoons at once. So there's so many amazing online resources now to, get great prices. I mean, even Amazon sells groceries now. So there's great options that way to kind of save some money. We use a couple meat delivery and local produce options for delivery. So just making sure that you're, really doing your research and, sticking to the basics. So as long as you have those food categories and making sure that you spread it out, you'll be able to eat healthy on a budget.
Awesome.
And it will be better in the long term.
Yeah. And exactly. You can either spend the money now or you can spend it later. So
absolutely.
Let's find a balance in between those two things. That's a wrap, guys. Thank you as always for joining us. Head over to Biosteel. You can use the code word
Champ Lifestyle, capital C, capital L,
and grab yourself 15% off all the amazing products they have to offer. And as always, just share it out. Let us know if you like this episode. Let us know if you want more like this, and we'll keep cranking them out. See you next week.